Israeli's Ministry of Tourism does a lot of business with my network, and they're always trying to figure out how to tell people to go. And we'll talk to the tour guides. That's what you guys do. So if someone's thinking a week, what are they going to have to put on their list? I already told them they have to do the tunnels.
Yes, and there's a new tunnel that you haven't seen that was just opened up. I couldn't take it. It wasn't open yet.
No kidding.
But the tunnel goes underneath the city of David and goes all the way to the South Steps. And that's an amazing part of it. It's basically continuing the same tunnel that we've been at. It's a man-made tunnel. It was done but 2,000 years ago. It's part of the sewage tunnel of the city.
And that just opened to the public.
To the public, yeah.
Well,
so there's a lot still coming up.
I've told everyone that that's probably the most amazing half day I've ever spent at the Western Wall and then underneath the foundations of the temple. And it was also an interesting day because there were these rocket deals. And I tell people the 405 is more dangerous than Israel. Do you agree with that?
I sure agree with this.
Have you been driving on the 405 since you've been out here? Yeah. Okay, so other than that, we went to the Dead Sea. We went to Masada, which is a Roman history buff. Was just amazing to me. So what else should people figure out that about?
I would figure 3 to 5 days in Jerusalem, at least 3 days in the Galilee. And then according to your time, if you have more time, we can do a day or two in the desert. What I usually recommend to people, especially people who lean more to people who likes the Bible, is to spend a night or two in the high desert and get the wilderness experience. Most people in the U.S. who read about the wilderness and never been to Israel figure it's the mountains of Colorado or Utah, and they don't know that the wilderness is desert. It looks very different. One of my colleagues put it in a very good way. He said that if you read the Bible all your life and you never come to Israel, it's like being a fan of Shakespeare and never going to the show. Israel is the real show.
And you will take them into the desert. Definitely you will camp with them if they want. I mean, you'll do but basically what anyone wants to customize and go and do.
Yes, but you have in the desert 5-star hotels as well. So you can do the desert in the most a fancy way, and you can do it in the simplest way. And I did camp with people. We walked with camels and camped out and play survival exercise in the desert. So anywhere between camping in the desert to the fanciest exists in Israel, although it's very small again.
And I want to emphasize again, because I think this is probably what holds back most seasoned travelers. They are afraid because of the propaganda that comes from the enemies of Israel that, war is imminent, war is going to break out. We had lots of conversations. You've been leading people through the bad days, but also it's just generally as safe as going to New York.
I'm raising 3 kids. I think it's safer than going to New York. The funniest thing is my wife, who's sitting here with me right now, was offered years ago a very prestige project here in the U.S. of education. And her response was, it's too dangerous place to take our kids to. Yeah. So here is all about perceptions.
Now, in terms of going up north, I did not go up north with you. I took a different person up north, just a quick bus tour, because I wanted to get up to the Golan Heights. But it's remarkable how we could have actually done that if we'd had one more day, because it's just so small.
Yeah.
So people should not be deterred. If they only have 3 days, go anyway?
Yeah.
In terms of the average client, who is that for you?
I don't think there is an average client for me. I serve everybody, and we were talking about this on the way over here, but we try to serve people who wants to come on the most economical tour, to people who are allowing themselves the fanciest. So we don't have a common client. We try to give the best and customize the tour to the exact needs of whoever we tour with. And maybe the only thing in common to most people who tour on the private tours, not on the larger tours with us, these are people who want to be involved in the creation of the tour. They want at least some input into the tour. They use our expertise, but they want to have their personality in the tour. So they want more outdoor, they want more museums.
And Nir, you're also, I want to pay a compliment, very sensitive to the religious backgrounds of the people you're with. When we come back in our short segment, if you are I don't care if you're a fundamentalist Christian, a devout Roman Catholic, Orthodox, or if you are Jewish of any of the particular backgrounds in Judaism, or you're Christopher Hitchens, you will be comfortable. You will be comfortable with Nir, and there's no reason not to go. I'll be back with Nir Nitzan. His website is linked at HughHewitt.com. His phone number is 310-989-9715. Stay tuned. Thank you, Adam and Dell. Thank you, Nick and Dwayne. Thanks to the Spains who wrote The Color of Rain, and thanks to Hannah and Nir Nitzan, who came all the way from Israel to just talk to me for a half an hour today. And actually, that's not quite true, but I hope you have gotten the idea, the confidence I have in Nir, and that if you're sitting on the edge there and you're thinking about going to Israel, he's the guy to talk to. You can call him up while he's in the States for the next 10 days. 310-989-9715, 310-989-9715, or I've linked his website over at hughhewitt.com so you can get in touch with him. And Nir, I want to go back to that last thing I mentioned. If someone is a devout Christian, a devout Jew, or a secularist completely, you're comfortable taking them and arranging for them to experience the Holy Land as they are comfortable doing so.
That is true. And Israel, although, again, it's very small, has to offer to all groups. Anywhere from good concerts and theater in Tel Aviv and culture and art, all the way to the most religious places for people. And yes, different religious people have different needs and demands and different beliefs and different sites they want to go to, and we will take them to all of them.
And a surprise everywhere, the Ethiopian monastery outside or within the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And, of course, I like to tell people, if you go with Nir, ask him to see the Holy Sword of Jerusalem inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, because he kind of did a head fake on a guard. No, not easily to get in there, is there?
No, and it's an again, cultural difference. There's an Arab family who's in charge of this church for the last 500 years. And the sword of the Crusader King is stored in there. That's the source of the power of the Catholic Church inside this church, which is mostly Greek Orthodox.
Oh, but it was an amazing. The door was open, so Nir said, "Let's go in," and I like that. It's you're probably in trouble now, but I hope not. No one's listening in Israel. Last question. This is completely off topic. It's just political. What do you think of the prisoner exchange? I'm
so happy for this. I'm really so happy. People who are against and say they'll try to kill us more, they don't. They try to kill us anyway. They are after us all the time anyway, and they're sending back home a kid who should not have been there so long as he is. 5 years is way too much. He could have been my kid. I'm as happy as can be, and I believe it's good. It's a good thing we're doing.
When does he come home? Do you know yet? Is it announced?
Should be home today, I think, or tomorrow.
Okay, I didn't see it announced.
What day is it today?
It's Monday. Yeah.
Oh, Tuesday. He should be home Tuesday.
So you get this jet lag thing too.
Oh.
Okay.
Big time.
So if people call you and this temporary phone you've got, 310-989-9715, I assume you'll get some phone calls today, but if you can't answer, you'll get back to them?
Yeah, sure will. Right. Sure will.
Nir, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
And thanks to all of you who are planning on going to Israel. Do not delay another year. It is absolutely the greatest way to go. But Nir, what's the best time of year to go?
Whenever you come, it's good.
I know, but the best time.
Springtime is the nicest time of Israel, yeah.
All right, Nir can be reached at neartours4u.co.il, or it's linked at hughhewitt.com or 310-989-9715. I'll be back tomorrow, America, on the next Hugh Hewitt Show.